In the heating and cooling system, cooling-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In Katy, Texas, the dedicated HVAC contractor who investigates these improperly cooled structures is the creator of an elite AC service squad known as the Sweaty Victims Unit. These are his stories.
Hi, my name's Ray Austin with Austin Air Company. I'm a Texas licensed HVAC contractor serving the Katy, Texas area. I've got a unique story for you today. With HVAC, it's kind of a little about dealing with the present, but it's also dealing with the past. So, this is a unique story in that we're going to do some time travel. We're going to travel back in time to May 27th, 2019, because that's where this story begins. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. So I initially get this AC call as AC no cool. This is the indoor equipment. The coil that sits on top of the furnace is manufactured in 2009. And so I open up the coil box to discover a frozen coil. And so from this point on, I've got to determine why that coil is freezing up, because certain things can mimic this symptom, and so I've got to try to find out why this coil is freezing up. And so I do this by performing a refrigerant leak search, because I determined that the unit was low on refrigerant. And so I'm performing this test to determine if that coil is leaking or not. Because when the refrigerant leaks out, it doesn't always show. Here I'm getting ready to replace that coil because I discovered that it was leaking refrigerant. And so this is just showing a before picture before I replace that coil. I believe there's another view here coming up where I've got the panel off. Yeah, here panel is off, and so you can see how rusted that coil is. And rust is really just more or less an indication of age. It really, in my opinion, it doesn't really cause leaks. Leaks are typically caused by formicary corrosion. And so really the best option is to replace the coil. It doesn't pay you to go in and try to fix those leaks. So this is the new coil already installed. And so what we try to shoot for in the Texas area is anywhere between 15 to 20 degree temperature drop. Here you can see 20-degree drop, which is a good indication. Anytime I hit the upper end of that range, it's a good indication that everything is working well. If it's down around 15 degrees, I tend to have hesitancy because 9 times out of 10 it'll be calling me back when it's really, really hot if the system can't keep up. Here I'm just showing that there was water in that pan, and that was due to the frozen coil. So here I've got the flue pipe hooked back up, and by this point I had a temperature drop of 21 degrees. So for this customer, nearly 4 years pass before I go back out to this house. Now, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll see that this doesn't always happen. So this customer's condenser fan motor had failed, and you'll see that it wasn't typically what I see because this unit was tripping the breaker. And so initially I thought it was the compressor, but I went the additional step and tested it to make sure. And so here I'm showing that I'm replacing that fan motor because it had shorted to ground. This is the condenser fan motor up and operational, and I put a towel up on there to show that airflow is proper, it's blowing the right way, because it's hard to see in video. And the thing is that in order to have equipment last this long without any additional repairs, for a period of 4 years, I've got to do everything right in order to make that happen anyway. This was the late call that I ran here the other night, and I thought that the compressor was shorted because the breaker was tripping. And so this is kind of an odd thing. I rarely ever see this situation. So this one here is supposed to be 7.5, and you can see that she's no good. And this one's supposed to be 45. And you can see that one's no good either because it's weak. And it really doesn't look bad, And so upon further review, I pulled this motor in here, and you can see the winding is supposed to go into the base of this motor right here. Has somehow come out, and this is the original motor. It's never been changed, so it's kind of unique. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig into this motor, and we're going to take a look and see. There's oil and crud all over the windings and whatnot, And so we're going to take a look-see and see what we can find. Stay tuned. So realize the argument versus repair and replace is a complicated one, and every situation is different. And so I try to explain those issues, but I can only do that in person. I can't tell you what your situation is without inspecting the equipment. Keep that in mind. Okay, we're getting ready to hop into this bed. Let's see what we can find here. Extending the life of your air conditioning system in the Katy, Texas area, it can be a complicated one. And various degrees depending on how long you plan to own the home, what you're paying in utilities. There's a lot of changes coming forward as soon as 2025. So keep all these factors in mind. There we go. This channel has always been about dedicated toward helping you make better decisions. That's the only focus of this channel. Stator, it really doesn't look very good. Man, that thing stinks. The primary purpose of this video is to demonstrate what I could possibly do for you. See right in here. I don't know how well the video will pick it up, but this winding just cooked itself. Yeah, see that? It just cooked itself, man. Whew. Yeah, I haven't seen anything that bad before in a motor burnup. Pretty unique. Just goes to show you got to test everything, even if you're working in the dark. Don't automatically assume it's a bad compressor, because as you'll see in the video, you'll see the compressor worked once I made the repair. Thanks for watching. So if you live in or near the Katy, Texas area, I could potentially do the same thing for you. So if you live in or near the Katy, Texas area, you can give me, Ray Austin, a call at 832-475-6895. Or for more information, you can always visit me on my main website at www.austinairco.com. For Austin Air Company, my name is Ray Austin, and I hope your day is comfortable. Thank you.
If they could talk, these are their stories. Mama! Mom! Mother! Mama! Mother! Mama! What? Mama, Felicity called me an old windbag. I thought I told you to cool it.